Today, we step into the story of a man who didn't just win fights, he elevated them. A man whose speed felt supernatural, whose charisma lit up arenas, and whose presence turned every bout into an event. This is the story of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Bout number 332 in the 63.5 kilogram weight class. In the red corner, Andres Aldama, Cuba. In the blue corner, Ray Leonard, United States.
Ray Charles Leonard, born May 17, 1956, better known as Sugar Ray Leonard, is an American former professional boxer. Often regarded as one of the greatest boxers of all time, he competed professionally between 1977 and 1997, winning world titles in 5 weight classes, the lineal championship in 3 weight classes, as well as the undisputed welterweight championship. Leonard was part of the Four Kings, a group of boxers who all fought each other throughout the 1980s, consisting of Leonard, Roberto Durán, Thomas Hearns, and Marvin Hagler. Leonard was the only one of them to beat the other 3. As an amateur, Leonard won a light welterweight gold medal at the 1976 Summer Olympics.
Le gagnant au point 5-0 dans le coin bleu, Ray Leonard, États-Unis. The winner on points 5-0 in the blue corner, Ray Leonard, United States.
Premier et champion olympique, first and Olympic champion, Ray Leonard, États-Unis, United States.
Juanita Wilkinson, Leonard's high school girlfriend, told him she was pregnant in the summer of 1973. They decided to have the baby, but marriage would be put off until after the Olympics in 1976. Leonard would continue to pursue his Olympic dream while she and the baby, Ray Charles Leonard Jr., lived with her parents. When Leonard boxed in the Olympics, he had a picture of Wilkinson taped to his sock. Shortly before the Olympics, Wilkinson had filed an application to receive $156 a month in child support payments from Prince George's County, Maryland. She named Leonard as the father, and the county's state attorney's office filed a civil suit against Leonard to establish paternity and get support payments for the child. Leonard learned of the suit several days after returning home from the Olympics. The headline in the Washington Star read, "Sugar Ray Leonard named in Welfare Department paternity suit." Leonard hoped to get lucrative endorsements following his gold medal win, but the negative publicity from the paternity suit chased off any big commercial possibilities. To make matters worse, his father was hospitalized with meningitis, and his mother had a heart attack. With neither parent able to work, with his child and the mother of his child to support, and without any endorsement opportunities, Leonard decided to become a professional boxer. Janks Morton introduced him to Mike Trainer, a friend of his who was an attorney. Trainer talked 24 of his friends and clients into underwriting Leonard's career with an investment of $21,000 to be repaid within 4 years at 8% interest. Trainer then made Leonard the sole stockholder in Sugar Ray. Leonard, Inc. Angelo Dundee, Muhammad Ali's trainer, was brought in to be Leonard's trainer and manager. Many of the people being considered wanted absolute control and a cut somewhere near the manager's traditional 33%. Dundee had a different proposition. Although he would prescribe the training procedures, he would leave the day-to-day work to Dave Jacobs and Janks Morton. He would also choose Leonard's opponents. For his services, Dundee would get 15% of Leonard's purse. Leonard made his professional debut on February 5, 1977, before a crowd of 10,270 at the Civic Center in Baltimore. He was paid $40,044 for the fight. His opponent was Luis the Bull Vega, whom he defeated by a 6-round unanimous decision. After the fight, Leonard paid back his $21,000 loan to the investors. In his 14th professional fight, Leonard fought his first world-ranked opponent, Floyd Mayweather, who was ranked 17th. The fight took place on September 11, 1978. Leonard won by a 10th-round knockout. A month later, Leonard defeated his old amateur nemesis Randy Shields by a 10-round unanimous decision. On August 12, 1979, Leonard knocked out Pete Renzani in 4 rounds to win the NABF welterweight championship. The following month, he made his first title defense against Andy Price. Price, an up-and-coming contender who was sponsored by Marvin Gaye, had a reputation for prolonged bouts in earlier fights and was believed by sports reporters to defeat or give a long fight to Leonard. Although Price landed multiple good blows, Leonard knocked him out in the first round, advancing his record to 25-0 with 16 knockouts. First world title. Leonard versus Benítez. Leonard fought Wilfred Benítez for the WBC welterweight championship on November 30th, 1979, at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada. There was a capacity crowd of about 4,600. Leonard received $1 million, and Benítez, a two-division champion with a record of 38-0-1, received $1.2 million. It was a highly competitive and tactical battle. In the first round, Leonard rocked Benítez with a left hook that came off a jab and right cross. Late in the third, Leonard dropped Benítez on the seat of his pants with a stiff left jab. More embarrassed than hurt, Benítez got up quickly. Benítez started improving in the fourth, slipping numerous punches and finding the range with his right hand. "I wasn't aware I was in a championship early because I hit him so easy," Leonard said. "But then he adjusted to my style. It was like looking in a mirror." In the sixth, there was an accidental clash of heads, which opened a cut on the forehead of Benítez. Blood flowed down his forehead and the bridge of his nose, but stayed out of his eyes. Leonard landed the harder punches and had Benítez hurt several times late in the fight, but Leonard couldn't put him away. Benítez was very slick. No one can make me miss punches like that," Leonard said. Going into the final round, Leonard led by scores of 137-130, 137-133, and 136-134. The two went toe-to-toe in the 15th. Late in the round, Leonard dropped Benítez with a left. He got up, but after a few more punches, the referee stopped the fight. The time was 2:54 of round 15. The Boxing Writers Association of America and The Ring named Leonard Fighter of the Year for 1979.
Introducing, in the blue corner, fighting out of Palmer Park, Maryland, undefeated in 25 professional fights, a very popular Sugar Ray Leonard. And in the red corner, the WBC welterweight champion. He fights out of San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 144½ pounds, the very popular Wilfred Benítez. 15 rounds of boxing.
Ray Leonard, who hasn't faced the caliber of opponent on balance that Wilfred Benítez has. But in his most recent fights, especially when he KO'd Andy Price in the very first round, a man who had beaten Cuevas and Palomino, he started gaining respect. Wilfred Benítez, as he is trying to psych out Sugar Ray Leonard. He failed to appear at the weigh-in. Dundee had his fighter go ahead with the weigh-in. Benítez was weighed in later. He fights at the level of the game, according to how good the opponent is. The action begins in round one. Is the left jab that you just saw, keeping it in Benítez's face. Right there, he scored again. But you must be so careful with Benítez. His counter-punching ability is superb. What happened to Palomino? Crowd mistook a slip by Benítez. I think with a minute to go in the third round, you'll see Leonard's fight strategy emerge with the uppercuts. Leonard, again, the swiftness of the hands. Because if he gets Leonard against the ropes. Right there! A quick left! Astonishingly! And Benítez unhappy with himself. It came from nowhere. Again, that quick left of Leonard's getting in there. Leonard, with quicker hands, getting the better of the exchange over the recent weeks, of course. And likewise, Benítez has been studying Leonard. And it's not the blood flowing from the forehead. Now Benítez knows he may be in trouble and he wants to get at Leonard. But as the round ends, Leonard counted. Leonard getting the left in there. The right lead suddenly. A frequent tactic of Leonard's. Leonard now beginning to throw more left. Leonard right got in there. Benítez's corner seems to have helped that forehead somewhat. It's not streaming down. Now, Dave Jacobs is screaming at Leonard to pick up the pace. Low, the blood is flowing again. You've got to be careful. You can leave yourself too open, especially when the champion is one of the best of all counter punchers. Benítez getting to Leonard there. Now Leonard did something that I wondered about earlier. He went down to the belly. And sure enough, Dave Jacobs leaps to his feet and says, go to the body. But Benítez is scoring in this one. He wrote about Arthur Ashe and Clark Ravener in tennis. A good right by Leonard. And suddenly Benítez was hurt. Tried to laugh it off, but he was hurt. So that came from nowhere. The corner is doing an effective job in stilling that flow of blood between rounds from Benítez's forehead. And there was Benítez scoring well with his left. That was hurt. I mean, Benítez was hurt. He continues to laugh it off, at least tried to, but he was hurt. And Benítez staggered a bit, hurt a bit again. And Dave Jacobs up to his feet, the mouthpiece out. Leonard trying to polish Benítez off. And there is pain in Benítez's eyes. You can tell when a fighter is hurt. When you've been on the beat a lot of years and you're properly positioned at ringside, you can tell. And there is pain in Benítez's face. Oh, to the stomach. And that is hurting Benítez. Again, that left to the belly. Drain the strength out of a fighter with blows like that. There's Benítez with those quick left jabs. A right by Benítez, his own right lead that caught Leonard. How to slip punches. They know how to use a ring. Good left in that exchange by Leonard. That was a dangerous tactic by Benítez. He was briefly staggered again. Coming to the end of the round. That was a good left there. Telling you again, there has been one knockdown. And now Leonard's beginning to open it up a little bit. Benítez throwing that left ceaselessly, but as you see, it doesn't have the distance. It's not scoring. That was a good left, gotten in by Benítez. Excellent, sharp. Wilfred, the brilliant boxer, that hurt Leonard. He hurt him with a shot to the belly. Left. And immediately the flow of blood again from the forehead. And Leonard starts to open up. And it's Benítez whose head went down into the other fighter's shoulder. You know, that's only the first time he threw an uppercut that I thought we'd see much more of throughout the fight. Benítez trying to come on now. Benítez scoring. And Benítez with a good left. Earlier it caught Leonard with a right. And Leonard felt it. Masters of their craft. Look at them going at it. Standing toe-to-toe. toe. Leonard trying to chop Benítez down. Benítez face drowning in pain. And there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. But these young men are fighters. There, he got him down again. It seemed almost inevitable. Look at it. Rubbery leg, wobbling, looking at the crowd. It doesn't dilute the courage he's shown or the skills he's shown. Maybe now they won't call Sugar Ray Leonard a hype. There it is.